Hello, good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jesse Gunkel giving you a quick update on the web as to what's going on with the very latest with Tropical Storm Gordon at this point. Here you go, taking a look at your Doppler radar, and you see some of those heavier rain bands currently sliding inland. We're talking more so the panhandle of Florida, some scattered showers. Obviously, a few showers that have kind of just spawned off the center of this system moving through southeast Louisiana. So we're talking just south of New Orleans. Also another little batch moving in around Slidell and the North Shore at this point. But again, big picture is that center of circulation is now currently sitting just a few miles. We're talking right now roughly about 130 miles south of Panama City at this point. So when you look at your tropics tracker, you see that landfall is still anticipated for tonight as a very weak or a minimal hurricane, a Category 1. Current wind speeds out there now sitting at 65, gusts sitting at 75, still heading west-northwest at about 15 miles per hour. Good news is with this system, you see early Wednesday morning around 7 o'clock, well, those winds quickly drop to about 40 miles per hour. So as soon as the system makes its way inland, it gets choked off from the warm waters of the Gulf, and it quickly weakens out there. And then as it races off towards the northwest, well, it's already down to a depression, even a remnant low, and then eventually hooks back towards the Ohio River Valley at this point. So as you see, big picture here, I do want to point out East and West Baton Rouge Parish now out of that tropical storm warning. Iberville also out of that warning. Assumption out of that warning. Terrebonne and Lafourche now out of it. However, still a couple areas that kind of border the lake still underneath that tornado or tropical storm warning at this point. We're talking tropical storm warnings for Livingston and Ascension still at this point, Tangipahoa, and also for Washington Parish. Big picture here, hurricane warnings still remain to the east. Again, that's where the major impacts are going to be from Gordon as we head into the evening hours and also for early on Wednesday. Looking at your tropical storm watches and warnings, and these are storm surge. So again, this is the amount of water getting pushed in from the Gulf of Mexico. And as you see out there, warnings mainly for areas just north of New Orleans, and that extends all the way to Mobile Bay. Everything south of there, we're only talking maybe 1 to 2 feet of water getting pushed inland versus all the areas in the bright pink, 3 to possibly 5. We still sit underneath a flash flood watch as that system drags out of here. Some of those trailing rain bands will be the concern for us. We'll see some local heavy pockets out there and even the chance for some flash flooding at times. Good news is, looking at our area rivers and streams, the Amite, the Comeet, the Tchefuncte, and the Tickfaw at this point, well below flood stage. Even with the anticipated rainfall, we have no flooding concerns. That track would have to make a quick jog to the west before we actually have some major impacts here. And as you notice, winds, well, they should be minimal here in the capital area. We're only talking about a 10% chance of tropical storm force winds at this point. Again, those stronger winds all on the east side of the storm. So from about Gulfport all the way through Mobile and all the way to Orange Beach at this point. So if you've got some rental properties out there, you might have some concerns out there, even if you live just a few miles from the coast, or if you have some or if you know somebody that does. Again, that's where all the damage is going to be from this current system. And kind of just looking at the potential impacts. Timeline, obviously, we're going to start to see the rain move in probably heading into the early evening hours. By the time we move into tonight, that's when we're going to start to see maybe a gust or two of wind out there, and then look for some of that heavier rainfall to move in by early on Wednesday, and then it quickly races out of here and conditions start to improve. Maybe a few afternoon showers Thursday, Friday, but it looks like the big picture going into the weekend looks a little bit drier out there, finally giving us a little time to dry out.